Why is that always yawn
What?
before I start talking?
What the fuck is that? How you gonna start a podcast like that, nigga?
I always cut that stuff out, and then I stay silent for 3 seconds so I know exactly where to cut it.
All my non-black.
Let me
You don't
check
get like our
something.
nonsense in?
Huh? No. Why would I do that?
Well, the listeners might like it.
Ow. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Galaxy Greg, and welcome to the 10th episode of the Be More Nerdy podcast. That's right, we hit the milestone of episode 10. Let's clap that shit up.
Yeah, we're nice.
That's all we get. So, with that being said, we're gonna move forward and introduce our host, Diva XOXO,
What up, little dummies?
and DJ T Jones.
What's going on, everybody?
So today's episode is very much racially driven, so you know, share it with a racist. So today's episode, with all the events that's happening, today's June 7th. As some of you may know, if you, I guess, are on social media or follow a lot of things, a lot of racially driven protests are happening right now because of the George Floyd being murdered, and along with a lot of other black names like Breonna Taylor and I can't remember all the recent ones. I'm still kind of sleepy.
Way too many people dying because of police officers.
Right.
Exactly. So along with all that's going on with the police violence, we decided that our special 10th and monumental episode will be about the best characters in TV and anime. So any animation, movie, show,
black
TV.
characters. You forgot the word black.
Oh yeah, my bad. Let me do that one more time. It'll be the best black characters in TV, anime, and shows. Because you know we love it. We like our shows like we like our coffee, black.
My president is black and my Lambo is blue.
Now get the fuck out of my office before I slap. And if I see you in the streets, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. With that being said, we each made lists of what we believe are our favorite / best like black characters or black people in TV shows and anime. So without further ado, let's get into episode 10.
Wait, before we get in episode 10, happy belated birthday to our host.
Oh yeah, can't forget that.
Yes,
We're
they
turning
are.
the big 3-0, you old bastard.
Old as shit. Oh man, feels good.
Yeah, with that being said, you can start.
I can start it off.
Yeah, the village elder can start.
All right, so I'm gonna start off with a classic. I'm gonna go Star Trek, and I'm gonna go Aurora. I said it all fucked up. Aurora. Aurora was the only black female character on Star Trek at first, and it was a big deal because during that time when she was cast as that role, there was not a lot of black people on TV, not at all. And she definitely changed the game, and definitely demands the respect of all black nerds out there. So I'm gonna leave it with that one. Who's next?
Okay, so I'm starting mine off hard. You know, you gotta start hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm starting off with Will Smith, that man, that guy, the legend.
Oh, I know we could do the actors.
I specifically, so this is what I put. I specifically put Will Smith ... in everything.
I was thinking that too, because there's somebody else that I wanted to do. I wanted to do Sam Jackson. I was like, but a lot of his roles are great. I was like,
yeah, that's why I said Will Smith in everything, because think about it, like Will Smith, for a lot of not only black actors and people in entertainment, has been an icon for a very long time. Even now, he does things like on Facebook Live and has those provocative deals, but he shows people like, yeah, go beyond your limits, do this, do that, enjoy life. And he's very motivational to me in specific. And I always love him in just about everything he's been in. Like, I still need to see Gemini Man, because I'm convinced that movie's going to be tough as fuck.
Oh, it was all right.
Don't tell me that.
It was all right. Will Smith does have some movies that are not good.
Everybody has movies that's not good.
Yes, After Earth was not good. But I love Will Smith. I love everything he does. And if you want to pay respect to Will Smith, you need to listen to Joyner Lucas's
Will.
Oh my god!
And the remix that Will Smith made to it.
Will Smith murdered that remix for his age.
Really
to be out of the game as long as he had.
That was recent, right?
Yeah, that was recent.
That was last month. Yes.
I was about to say I just heard it. I don't want to feel like I was like.
And I feel like for him to be out of the game as long as he was rapping, to come back in and drop a verse like that, I think it was dope.
He hasn't really been out the game. I wouldn't say out the game that long because he's done a couple like features this past year. Because I listen to Logic. Some people don't like him, but he's been on like one or two of his songs, and then he does songs with his son sometimes. So he's been in it a little bit, had a little bit of practice.
He's been going strong.
Yeah.
He hasn't been like, if you want to like listen to old school Will Smith, there's an old clip. I gotta find it. I forgot what it's called or how to find it, but there's an old clip. Will Smith was like 17 years old or something like that. Him and LL Cool J are in a hallway together. It's Will Smith, LL Cool J, and Russell Simmons are in a hallway together. And Will Smith kicks a freestyle, and it's one of the most illest things I ever heard. Will Smith has always been a great rapper and just all around guy. Like just the acting, everything that he does, he puts himself into it, and he uplifts everyone else around him. Like I like the way that when he jumped into the YouTube scene, he jumped in and he started working with like Elijah Koshy, who's a very popular YouTube star, and he brings her on and like makes her feel comfortable and stuff like that, and just boosted her up. So I love everything that he does.
Yeah, he's dope. He really is.
Yeah,
dope.
Big Willie.
Like I still love to catch a good episode of The Fresh Prince. Like
all of the episodes on HBO Max.
It's such a classic. And then like his mood, and then he has just so much range, just from being like the funny guy to like his serious roles. Like it's just. And then you see him more as a person now, just because of the way the internet world is, and you just get to meet him, and then his family at that is really dope. Like, look at what Jada is doing, and Willow, and just all of that. Like, just them as a family is just amazing. Goals.
I hope I can be as rich as Will Smith one day.
I do too. Oh, it's my turn. Okay, so I didn't know we could do real people, and as soon as you guys said some of the names, okay, these 4 gentlemen popped into my head, and only because of the special they did. So it's the Kings of Comedy.
Yep.
So R.I.P. Bernie Mac, D.L. Hughley. Wow.
Yeah, D.L. Hughley almost got canceled about a year ago.
Okay, but I have this love. I have this great love and appreciation for D.L. Hughley. His show was great. He speaks his mind, and he's not above being told, okay, I'm wrong, educate me, and I'll apologize for what I said and do better. And then you have
that's the problem with cancel culture.
And that is the problem with
do you say cancer culture or cancel culture?
Cancel.
Oh,
I hate cancer culture.
I hate that too. Don't get me wrong, but
cancer.
No, cancel culture. And then you have Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer, but not just them being the kings of comedy, because they are great comedians, but they all had shows that were great for what they were. And just thinking back, like, they were all gems, and we kind of forget about them because they were so long ago. Back in the UPN days, if you remember that.
UPN. I'm a
say
little young here. What's UPN?
My idea for BET is starting like their online app, like everyone else is starting their own streaming service. I think BET should have brought the rights to every black sitcom and show they can get their hands on and put it on there, like the D.L. Hughley show, Bernie Mac show, all those shows. Cedric Entertainer had his own show. Steve Harvey had his own show. The Wayans Brothers, Fresh Prince, all those shows should be on one streaming service together.
They should.
I agree with you heavily there, but I'm gonna make one joking but serious comment.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Why in the fuck would I pay for BET streaming service so I can watch Baby Boy 8 times in a row?
That's all they show. That's all they show.
That's how I learned about that fucking movie. And
oh my god, Baby Boy and Belly.
Yes.
Belly stays on.
But I didn't know we were doing real people. So those are the only real people I'm going to mention unless I think of some more, because everybody else that I wrote down is animated.
It's characters. I put down characters.
Well, I thought because we were an animated based show podcast.
We never said that. We are the Be More Nerdy podcast, not the Be More Anime podcast.
Greg did put on the he did put on the text that we were doing TV shows and games as well.
I'm sorry, you have the reading comprehension of a third grader.
You know what? Suck my dick. And choke. Anyway.
TJ, you're up.
It's my turn. Let's see what we got. Who was next? I'm gonna do Michonne from Walking Dead.
Yes, sir.
Michonne is a fucking. You say you don't watch Walking Dead? What?
Okay, so I'm one of those people where, like, if I feel like I'm gonna hop on a craze too late, I'll just skip it.
I hop on Game of Thrones too late. That's what I do.
That's how I did with Game of Thrones.
If I hop on the craze too
late, mad late.
That's what I say. If I hop on the craze too late, I'll wait till it's finished.
It just ended, so. Wait, no, it didn't end.
Game of Thrones just ended, so I started Game of Thrones now. But
yeah, that's how I am. So I skipped
Walking Dead. I rage quit Walking Dead after Carl got bit. Spoiler alerts.
I did too, because I can handle Glenn's death. That happened in the books, but Carl was a cordial part of the show, and he actually is one of the reasons that they end up having the Whisperer War. So, like, without him, he's actually. So I'm gonna spoil the comic book. So skip ahead a few seconds. In the comic book, the story ends. Yes, Rick does end up dying anyway. He ended up dying by this bitch ass nigga because he shoots Rick on accident, and then he didn't like Rick in the first place, so he shoots Rick like 7 more times. And then Carl walks in, and he has to kill his dad. But then the world goes back to normal. Carl and his girlfriend, they have a kid, and he has a farm, and he ends up killing a zombie, a walker. And Carl's actually put on trial for it because they've been in a time of peace for so long that walkers aren't like a real thing, and walkers are considered property if you have one. So one of his friends, Glenn's kid keeps a walker, and he shows it through town, but it got loose and was loose on his farm, and he killed it. So like the story's supposed to end with Carl being an old man, but what the fuck?
They fucking ruined it. But yeah, let's get to Michonne. Michonne's a badass. And we need more badass black females. That's why most of my picks that I picked for today is females.
Let's go!
Michonne, she shows up in the because I didn't read the comics. I've seen some of it, but in the show she shows up saving, was it Andrea's life?
Yeah. She saves Andrea's life.
She shows up saving Andrea's life with 2 zombies chained to her, and it was just like a mystery of who this character was. And then once you finally they do her building of her character and they show everything about her. She's a very compassionate person, but she is very quick to kill you.
She don't trust other people, but that's normal.
She does learn to trust after Rick. Rick teaches her how to trust people.
In the show, Rick gives her the sticks, but in the comics, he's too busy fucking Andrea.
I'm glad that he changed that. Maybe in the comics, Andrea, she's different on there because I hated her.
A little bit. She's less of a bitch.
Oh my god, she was the worst.
Okay, she's less of a bitch.
Yeah, Andrea is horrible, man. Her whole love infatuation for the governor and stuff, that was just stupid. I hated her. But yeah, Michonne, she puts in work. She takes care of her family. She takes care of people that's not. If you're in her life, she considers you her family, and she just puts in work for you. You're in danger. You're in trouble. She's taking out zombies. She's taking out people. Whatever she got to do to make sure you're safe.
Yeah, in the comic, I believe her and Morgan ended up hooking up. Then Morgan died. So.
Of course, they put the 2 black people together.
Wait, rewind. I'm gonna take a second here. If it's the end of the world, more than likely, it's not like going to be a racist situation, but it'd be more like, yeah, it's the end of the world. We're the, not last 2, but we're the 2 black people of the group. What's up? Like,
I feel like everybody should have sex with everybody if it's the end of the world.
Yeah, if it's the end of the world, you gotta procreate. You need as much babies. That's what you
need as much diversity as possible.
Game of Thrones and stuff like that. I watched a thing on population and how people think that the world's going to be overpopulated, but some scientists believe that after time it will start dulling itself out because people will realize they don't need as many kids. They say back in the olden days, people would have up to 8 kids because you don't know how many kids would survive.
Well, yep.
So they
you
would have
that many kids because you had a stick to play with. So babe, I'm bored. All right, let's have sex.
All right, let's fuck. Come on, let's go. Ain't no TV, nothing like that.
All right, we just fuck. What do you want to do?
So people
let's
would
fuck again.
die so many times, like so easily back then. So they would just keep having kids just to make sure that their genes get passed on.
Not
so
just genes passed on, like. You got to think of how the world was. Most of it was farmland. You need the family to work the workers.
Farm. Yep.
And fast workers is your kids.
Yep.
Is that why my parents said they had me to get the remote?
Yes. Yep. That's why Daddy had you to get the remote.
That's fucking stupid.
Ain't cut the grass.
And do whatever other shit.
When I was allergic to pollen, so let this have been the olden days when I couldn't go in shelter away from pollen and shit or take some Allegra. I would have died.
Another
one bites the dust.
Game of Thrones fuckboy, that guy who keeps having kids and killing all the boys. That is the most fucked up shit.
That's so sick. Ever. It was sick. Wasn't it
the sickest shit ever. And I'm glad he got what he deserved. I'm sorry. He would have sex with his daughters,
and just keep the girls, and he would give the boys to the White Walkers.
It would piss me off. He kept bragging about it every second he got. I was like, he kept, stop looking at my wives. No one wants your fucking daughters. Stop calling them your wives, you sicko. He just kept bragging about it.
Definitely making me want to watch Game of Thrones. That was sarcasm.
You like that toxic shit, don't you, Gray?
Yeah. That was sarcasm. I don't want to watch that shit. What the fuck?
That's Greg's bad.
I'm moving on to my next black character, and this is it's a 2-piece because it's hard to say one without the other. Static Shock / Black Lightning. They're not the same person, but
they're not.
Static Shock because the child value I got from him watching his show, learning from it.
Rewatch it. Is it anywhere? Anybody know?
On alleged sources, more than likely.
Okay.
So Static Shock, I just learned so much from it. And I feel so bad that people of this generation don't get that. Like, they get Young Justice and you get to see him in season 3 a little bit, but like when he had his own show and you got to see his personal character growth and what he had to go through and all that, it was just so different, so great.
The episode with them dealing with race was amazing.
Not just dealing with race. I feel like we need a show like Static Shock right now because remember, Static's dad was a cop and Static was a bang baby. Mm-hmm. So like the bang
Static was a gang member for like a day.
But like whenever they said bang babies, it's always some negative connotation with it. And he had to, watch his dad fight these bang babies, and which he was considered, because not even though he was doing good, vigilantes aren't considered good. They're still, as far as the police concerned, bad. You just had this dynamic of like I want to call it kind of like cat and mouse, like in the house where he didn't even know like his son was this person who he was kind of persecuting at one point.
Yeah, like dad, they aren't that bad, man. All they do is fuck shit up. Damn, dad.
Yeah.
What about Static? He is menace too. Shit, dad.
Exactly. You had that, and like you said, you had the race episode. Like, I feel like kids just don't get that.
The school shooter episode.
Oh, right. Like they had.
Like, wow, why are all of our favorite episodes tragic episodes? What the fuck is wrong with us?
Because it's relatable and it's still fucking happening now.
Yep.
It's still happening. How many years later?
Like, there were good episodes. Like, if you're hearing this and never heard of Static Shock, it wasn't just all tragedy every episode. No, like, it was some funny episodes a lot, but the more tragic ones touched base because they were real as fuck. Like, his best friend ended up getting shot in the leg, but he got shot because this kid that was getting bullied brought a gun to school and was like, I'm gonna take these niggas out. But like,
which is still fucking happening.
Still fucking happening. That is sad. Do better, world. But like, it was just a great show, and like, I just wish they brought it back, or not did a redo, but a reboot. Like, bring the show back with better animation, and I'd be happy. Like, honestly. But I said Black Lightning because in the new wave of live action TV shows for superheroes, Black Lightning was like the 6th or 7th that came, or not the 6th, the 3rd or 4th that came on the CW after The Flash and Arrow. Mm-hmm. It's actually really good. I didn't expect it to be. Season 1, the special effects are a little bad, but it's in season 3 now. I think season 3 just ended, and it's really good. Like, story's good. It touches up on a lot of issues of black people because the town of Freeland is small. The dude is the principal at a school. It's a private school, but most of the kids are from the hood, and his main prerogative throughout that entire show is like, yo, you don't have to sell drugs, you don't have to do this, use your mind to get out of where you want to be. And he tries his best to help everybody. And there's like the first season about a gang called the 100, and that gang's literally just all the people who got into drug dealing and shit, and they're doing bad and crime and shit. But most of the time, before he even like starts using his powers again, he's like trying to focus on making his community better as a regular person. And that's just a stand-up guy to me. Like, you're really just trying to help your community the best way you know how. Like, everybody knows him. The gang members know him. The parents know him. The students know him. Like, he's a well-known figure in the town. So it's just a dope show that really connects with me as a black individual personally, for like having those teachers that really try to do something for your life and for your growth as a person.
All right.
Let's see. I feel like I gotta bring the same energy as y'all.
Y'all niggas need to go watch Black Lightning. That shit's dope.
I gotta watch it.
I'm gonna say number 5 from
Yes, Cree Summers. Let's go.
Yes. Number 5 from Codename Kids Next Door.
Yes.
She just and Cree Summers.
Cree Summers is the best. She's my childhood.
She's the voice of
She voiced like everything. Next to Tara Strong. Tara Strong and Cree Summers were two people that voiced everything. Tara Strong is white, but she voiced like Bubbles, Raven.
Yeah.
They both have hella range.
So let's give her some credit. But number 5, she just made it so cool to be black as a kid. Like, her and her sister, it just made it like, okay, like, you know, like number 5 was the best. Like, nobody was better than them. Like, even though there was a number 1, but like number 5 was the best character on there and was the coolest character, did the coolest shit, and was chilling. I mean,
I think it's weird that they made the black person the cool one in the token group of white friends.
They do that all the time.
I just noticed that now in my older age, but as a kid I was like, oh, she's just hanging out with her friends. Now I'm like, yo, she was the token black kid in Virginia.
Well, you had
in a white town. Like, Nick, there was a very limited amount of black people in that show. There's a very limited amount of black people in every show, but still, it just hit me like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I always loved her just as a character, like her swag and shit, and it just made me happy to be black. So, number 5.
She was also the oldest. I was worried she was gonna get decommissioned.
They should have did that.
You said they should have did that.
Yeah, they should have did that.
No, why?
I'd have felt
she comes back as a villain. Oh my god.
Oh, they would die.
That's what they already did that with her sister. Nice try.
But and then they was still getting fucked. Her sister was fucking them up.
But that's the thing I liked about the show though. Like, after you get decommissioned, most people just become part of the teens that are helping the adults. And then but if you saw the movie about like number 1 in the future and how you end up going to space, because they were supposed to bring back another season this year called Galactic Kids Next Door, where number 1 was setting Earth to be destroyed because there's too many adults and the kids ain't doing what they're supposed to, so the Galactic Kids Next Door got to take them out. But it was cool because their group, all of Sector V, was a part of the people who didn't get decommissioned, so that was tough. TJ, you're up.
It's my turn. I'm going with the baddest bitch in DC Comics. I would say history, and they need a live action movie of her if DC ever get that shit together. I'm going to say Vixen. Vixen is one of my favorite black female superheroes.
She's a great black superhero. Yeah.
Yes, and
why do they name her Vixen? Because aren't those like porn people?
No.
Models?
No, it's like that's what modern day made it, but no.
No. Let's Google it.
I'm about to say I cannot give you the exact definition of Vixen or the history of it, but I'm pretty sure it has a deeper meaning than the video girl.
No.
Was she in what's that show?
She was in Green Arrow. I think they did an animated version.
Young Justice.
She's in Young Justice. They did an animated version of the Arrowverse where they gave her own animated like little show. It was like a short series. Yes. But Vixen has the power to harness the animal spirits.
Yes.
And she's just all around dope. her man leaves her for a space white alien, but that's
fucked up.
Yeah, she was dating Green Lantern, Jon Stewart.
Yeah, and Jon Stewart's black.
Jon Stewart is black. Yeah, she's just all around a badass, just like Michonne, all around badass. She handles the shit. I'm pretty sure her. Don't quote me on this, but I thought that her. And this is gonna make it sound bad because Greg just said she's a video girl, but I think that her main job was that she's a model. A model in real life or something like that. And then
vixens aren't necessarily people in porn. They're mostly models, but
it said spiteful. Spiteful female, a spiteful or quarrelsome woman, or female fox.
Wait, how can you be spiteful and wholesome?
Spiteful, quarrelsome.
Oh,
she'll fight your ass. But yeah, I would love to see a live action version of Vixen. I think that everything she does is amazing.
Urban Dictionary defines it as a wife or girlfriend in a committed relationship who seeks a male for NSA sex with the permission.
Okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Took a left turn.
I guess it's so she can have sex in front of her boyfriend with a different dude.
That's a cuck. We're moving forward. Can you
we are cuckolding. But yeah, I love the character altogether. She has this magical totem, like I said before. She can harness spiritual energies of animals, so it gives her the abilities of different animals. So like she harnesses like an elephant, she puts on the weight of an elephant. Like, of course she stays her same size, but she cannot be moved. She physically is like the same size of an elephant. Yes, yeah. She can change, she can harness the power of like a snake, and then she can constrict people and stuff like that. So I love her power, I love her character, and I would love to see more of her.
You know what? I'm actually going to backtrack. Maybe she should be a porn star because she could use that to have the sexual desire of a rabbit. Be like the chick from Beastars.
Shut up.
Who's into
making you feel uncomfortable now. How's it feel, asshole?
Who's next, Greg?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm next. You guys got me to add one more to my list from that. So, but I'm going to go to my animateds, and I'm going to do a girl too, because, you know, we love black women out here. Black race. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Garnet. Steven Universe.
Yes.
Great answer.
She's not Garnet. She's not black on the show. We know she black.
We know she has a square shaped afro.
We know she black.
We know she's oh my god!
Same thing with Martian Manhunter. I know.
I just had a revelation, guys.
Piccolo. We know they're black.
Why is it that every black person in is this what? All right, someone in the comments, if you're white and listening to this show, is it what y'all think of black people that we're calm, cool, collected leaders who don't say shit, but when we do, it's the cool shit, and we're the coolest person in a cast of white people?
Always.
Yes, because white people want to be us. Yes, the answer to your question.
No, because that just hit me harder, because like I was like, yo, for almost all of season 1, she didn't say much. And then I thought about Piccolo, and I was like, he don't say much, period. Like
black culture is American culture. That's why
everybody wants, but you have to think like
that's the name of this episode.
Black culture is America's culture. Let me write it down.
It is. They keep.
But you have to look around the world. Everyone takes on black culture, yes. Whether it's and not just African American black, like not American black culture, but African culture. Like they take on things that we have produced because it's fucking awesome. We're great.
How many white people you done seen with fucking waist beads on?
And then
fucking locks.
On top of that, like, okay, I'm about to go on a little rant.
Go ahead.
So, I cannot understand white supremacists because you have literally bred us to be better, faster, stronger, and then are mad at us because we are better, faster, stronger. I was
smarter.
Bred for this. And smarter. I was literally bred for this.
Yep.
So, I mean, if y'all want
it, that's what
I'm gonna leave that there because that's a can of worms I don't want to open here.
Open it. I said years ago that if the NFL wanted to. If all the black players wanted to show solidarity when Colin Kaepernick got blackballed, and they really wanted to show solidarity with him, nobody black show up for work and then see how the fuck NFL will work.
You wouldn't.
90% of the NFL is black. What do you work? Nigga, it can't even operate on life support.
They would have just stood with him. They would have stayed with him with Colin Kaepernick by his side. If everybody was like, all right, well, let's all put our jobs up on the line for this man, and so we can see real results, and then it would have been a change, but they didn't. So I mean,
I feel that vibe, bro.
Back to the vibes, Greg. Let's just talk about back to the show.
I mean, that's the point of today's episode, if I'm being completely honest. That's why I wanted to talk more about black characters. I brought this to my co-host as something that we could use as you all know, we are all black. This is a black-run podcast. So it's something that we all feel very strongly about, and we're all doing our part to, I guess, bring information, donate, protest in our own ways. So yeah, we're taking this time to
celebrate us.
Yes, to celebrate us. And if that means we have our little tangents here and there, so be it. If you don't like the show because of it, well, it might not be for you. But just understand that everything we say right now has a little bit of truth to it. Even if it's opinionated, there's definitely some facts in there. So if you don't like it, sucks for you, but I think you should still listen to it because we're gonna drop some gems for you. We're gonna drop a few of them. Just a few.
Since we're talking about badass females, my next one and animated is Yoruichi.
Okay, I knew you were going to say that eventually.
Yes, I love her. She's from Bleach. She was the captain of Squad 3, which is the Assassins, which is really, really dope. And then she became when she had left for her own reasons, figure it out, watch the anime. Not gonna spoil, but she's dope as fuck. She is literally probably one of the most powerful characters in Bleach. And then that's just a small start. Like when you first meet her, she's a badass, and then she just gets more badass when you read about her in the manga. So that's one.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to do a two-parter like Greg did because I had one, but I thought about the other one. First, I had Sam Wilson from Marvel Comics, but then I thought about Isaiah Bradley as well. They both take up the mantle of Captain America, both black men that end up becoming Captain America.
Let's go.
Isaiah Bradley, let's get back at them. But let's start with because I know more about Falcon. Sam Wilson started off as Falcon, ends up taking up the mantle of Captain America after Winter Soldier takes it. So I can't wait for the show to come out. The show's supposed to be coming out later this year. I don't know if they pushed it back or not. A lot of stuff they have pushed back because of COVID-19. But Falcon is an amazing character. I love him all the way around. I love him as Falcon and I love him as Captain America. He is a born leader. He don't take no shit. When he first started off, of course, he's like more of a novice like everyone else. He's just trying to learn. He's like more like Cap's sidekick. And he's just trying to learn to be the best superhero he can be and help people out. But as it goes on, he just takes his time and he learns, he gets stronger and he gets more confident and he becomes that man. And I love him. I love all variations of him. The Marvel variation, I love it. I love Anthony Mackie and just about everything that he does. Besides 8 Mile, because
he was in 8 Mile? Wait a minute.
Yes, Tamika didn't know either. Tamika did not know. I was like, how did you not know that?
I was watching it the other day and I was like, Falcon.
Yes. Anthony Mackie was Papa Doc in 8 Mile.
Yes, he was Papa Doc.
No, he was not. I gotta see this shit.
Yeah, you gotta go back and watch it.
All right, holy shit, he was.
Isaiah Bradley is like more the badass Captain America we have ever seen, and I wish they could just touch on him in the Captain America Winter Soldier show. That would be dope as hell. Isaiah Bradley, hand-to-hand combat. He's like, I would say he's like Steve Rogers turned up a notch. He has all the same powers, all the same abilities, the agility and everything, but he puts the hands down. He's like if Captain America and Wolverine became the same person.
Goddamn.
Isaiah Bradley's a badass. If you just want to know more about him, you could just Google him or YouTube it. There's a lot of pages I follow that like give you history on different characters that you don't know much about, and I suggest you just do that. Read up on them.
Right. Okay. My other Discord's fucking going bananas, and I'm not a fan.
Why is it going bananas?
What is it on your phone?
I just get a bunch of notifications from it.
That's what I keep hearing in the background.
Yeah. My computer's a fucking douche. So let me open my list back up. So all right. So actually, my next one's gonna come from a show that I was watching right before I hopped on this podcast. From Baki. Season 3 of Baki just came out this past Thursday, and my God, it's amazing. Yo, episode 1. First, let me get to the black person. Then I'll tell you about the episode. Oliver Biscuit. He is the black guy of the show. He's American. He's known as Unchained because he was supposed to get arrested, but they couldn't arrest him because he's that fucking strong. This show has no powers. It's all about just brute strength and martial arts. He has basically so much muscle that bullets can't penetrate. Like, they pierce his skin a little bit, but then they fall right out. And I wouldn't say as a healing factor, but the way he eats, he only eats red meat and drinks wine because of the proteins, the sugars and starches that they have, so that he heals faster. So, and the only exercise he needs to do every day to keep his strength where it is pull a helicopter out of the air.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
You said it so nice that the only exercise he needs to do.
It's easy to pull a helicopter out the air.
Yes. He's that fucking strong. In this episode I just watched, that nigga should have scrambled like an egg before he got folded like an omelet, nigga. Oh my God. It was so great. But in the first episode of season 3, they're doing this 100-year this tournament that happens once every 100 years, and the main character's dad is the strongest creature in the world. That's his title. He tells this Grand Master, he's one of the 12 Grand Masters, he tells him, yo, he said, don't move or else you're gonna regret it. That nigga moved. He slapped his face off.
What?
He slapped him so hard, his face came off.
That's fucking crazy.
Nigga God.
Like, he slapped him, the dude did a flip, and you saw blood on the ground, but then you saw his face land in someone's hand in the crowd. They were like, oh shit.
That's disgusting.
So this tournament is fucking tough. I saw a nigga get folded like a pretzel by a black guy, and I was like, yeah, fold him. He did it with one hand too. He just put his hand on his head and squished him. So that was beautiful. But Olivia Biscuit, he's strong as shit, and he's almost a comical character because, like, he doesn't really fight a lot of people in the show, but every time he tells you about people's strengths, he tells you why he can beat someone without trying, and he knows he's just fucking a god at fighting because he's like, yo, you're not gonna hurt me. I'm too fucking big for this. I'm a big body. Sit down, bitch. I don't like that.
Whose turn is it? TJ's?
Yours.
Oh, mine. Okay, so I'm going to say a show instead of a person because as a black girl, this show was like everything. It's The Proud Family.
Yes.
That show was everything because it's centered around a black family, a black girl, like was basically my age. She was like in middle school at the time, and her friends were black, and her school was black, and it tackled, our issues, and it wasn't always all serious. It was just our issues, like understanding one another and communication, and then it was just funny. It had its funny points, so it was just a great show for like little girls my age and shit. Little girls now watch The Proud Family. That shit is fire. It's a great.
It's on Disney Plus.
It is on Disney Plus, and it has a great intro song. Come on, that song is fire.
Okay. I like that one. I like the Proud Family.
Family every single day and night. Like, come on, it's a great show.
That show taught you a lot of life lessons too.
It did. It was it was dope. She had a little pink sweater and shit. Just yeah.
Weren't they talking about possibly bringing it back for another season when she's older?
They talked about bringing it back when she was older. It like talks about that a lot. But it never came to fruition. I always liked Kyla Pratt. She was also in 101.
Kyla? Oh, it's Kayla Pratt.
I thought it was Kyla. Kayla? I thought it was Kyla.
I was Kyla Pratt.
It's Kyla. She plays in 101, and that basically was through her whole life, all the way until she was in college.
Which was based in Baltimore.
It was based in Baltimore.
Yeah, it wasn't filmed in Baltimore, but it was. They said they lived in Baltimore.
Yeah, so but yeah, so that was my.
Didn't it end with her about to have a baby?
No.
Hope not. Probably Inez, whatever his name was. Arnez. Those old shows. Memory lane.
This is memory lane.
All right, so I'm going back to our black women, and I'm going to do Riri Williams. She goes by the superhero name Ironheart.
Yeah.
She is one of Iron Man's apprentices.
Oh, I know who that is. Bet. Yeah.
She becomes a superhero because she was just super smart. You know how Iron Man is with his tech. He makes sure that no one gets his tech. He makes sure his tech does not fall into the wrong hands. No one can find out what it is or how it makes. She basically just reverse engineered his technology just by looking at it while she was in college at 15 years old. She's in college at 15 years old.
I love our black queens.
Just reverse engineers his technology and starts using it to fight crime. He tracks her down and he just gives her a job. He takes her on as his apprentice and gives her a job right then and there. It's like, dude, you're fucking amazing. No one else has been able to do anything like this. And
so he NSA'd her. Because if you hack you can hack government servers. Usually they'll be like, you got two options: jail or you work for us.
He basically shut her down like a big corporation. Like, you can't have too many competitors out there. It's like, all right, you're gonna compete against me, or I can buy out your corporation now and absorb you into my company. That's basically what he did.
Let's go. We're making monopolies with Iron Man suits.
Yes. But yeah, she's dope, man. At 15 years old in college, just doing her thing and just making moves, becoming superheroes, changing the world.
Try to be 15 years old in college and make some moves.
I wish.
And get picked up by like Elon Musk or something like that. That's the equivalent. If you were 15 in college and Elon Musk saw what you were doing, was like, hey, come work for me.
Right.
Or fucking, what's that guy's name? Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos, yes.
Projected to be the world's first trillionaire.
Well,
he's still the world's richest man after his wife took most of his money.
Took half of it.
Yes.
She took half.
And he's still the richest man.
He's not even tied with her. That's the crazy thing, because she took half, so she should be at least tied. You would think
she should be the world's richest woman
because he's still making money. She took half of what he had, but he's still making more money.
What did they get divorced about?
I don't know, because he's rich.
He was cheating. Other bitches was hitting his line, and she wasn't having it. She was
Are you slandering a man's name without knowing the facts, or is that a factual statement?
That's definitely what happened. He got rich and bitches.
His text messages got leaked.
And then his Saho ugly, and he brought her a house to like.
Too comfortable. Sahos are dumb. I was Jeff Bezos Saho, I would shut the fuck up.
Forever.
I would be quiet. Like,
God damn, you guys can be bought. Your morals just go out the window when $1 million on the table.
Right out the window. Money can't solve all your problems, but it damn sure can help.
It can solve a lot. I'm Justin Saho. And look, if I was Jeff Bezos Saho, right? I would find me somebody, my own main person, and I would let them know, look, I am Jeff Bezos Saho.
Every now and again, I'm gonna have to suck some dick. It's not gonna be yours either.
A guy like Jeff Bezos, you're not gonna be able to have a side piece. You're his and his only. So when he calls, you need to be there.
That's fine. And that's fine. And that's what I'm explaining to my main.
Look, if I tell you I gotta go, I got somewhere I gotta be, just know Jeff.
I gotta go to work, make this money. See this house we living in?
Yep.
That's him.
He paid for all that.
You don't pay for shit. You a house husband.
That car you drive? He paid for that.
Yup.
I'm not like.
LMAO.
But anyway, it's your turn.
It is.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it is. List. Next one, we go into the OG show, Stone That the Builder Refused, the Moondocks.
Yeah.
Huey. Actually, the whole cast is really fucking tough.
The whole cast.
R.I.P.
Pops.
Yes.
R.I.P. Pops. R.I.P. to
Can't remember his name, can you?
I remember his last name, Witherspoon. I can't remember his first name.
John Witherspoon.
I was about to say Jeff Witherspoon, so I'm a face person, not a names person. Leave me alone.
I'm telling you, when they bring it back, they need to get his son. I follow his son on YouTube. His son's a YouTuber, and his son sounds exactly like him, and he does like impersonations of him. It sounds exactly like him. I was like, yo, put his son on the show.
What the fuck are you doing?
I was banging.
Bang, bang, bang all night.
In my big old Johnson. Your mama big old booty.
Okay, maybe I need to watch this guy. But the Boondocks was just a great show in terms of comedy and satire, because like a lot of people didn't like it because of how black it was and how true it was. Because,
I'm saying, so what?
Is black and true. It's even true to this day.
They so true.
Yeah,
chicken sandwich.
Them shits are delicious. It was worth it. What I was also getting at was the fact that the cast of characters, I'm not gonna say it's so well written, but they're just so enjoyable.
Which Regina is it? Hall.
Huh?
Which Regina is it?
King.
Regina King. Shout out to her too.
No, she played both voices, right?
Yeah.
For a while. Then they switched Huey's voice when he aged up a little bit.
Yeah.
When he got that deeper voice. But yeah, the show's just great. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Lots of comedy. You get to learn a couple things from Huey and see a lot of funny moments, because the show is a satirical show. Because the writer, he writes a lot of satirical, like,
he's from Maryland.
Yeah, let's go. More that be more. But the satire in the show is basically just showing all the black tropes in their most extreme form, and then a lot of the things that a black family living in a predominantly white area would have to deal with. So, and then it makes it funny. So I think they did a really good job of that, because
it is so true what they had to deal with. You do not understand, from a person that grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, you do not understand the bullshit that you have to deal with. You do not understand walking down the street and getting cops called on you for no fucking reason, or people looking out of their houses like, what this N-word doing? Because
you're black, you can say it.
I don't.
What's this nigga doing?
You don't want to keep saying it. I say it too much, but like,
yeah.
it has been times where I've like, all right, I'm gonna go to my homeboy's house. He lives in a neighborhood over. I'm going to go walk to his house. I'm walking through the neighborhood, and you just see people looking out the window at you like, who the hell are you? And like, what are you doing in this neighborhood and stuff like that. I got that a lot growing up.
You would think that by a certain period of time they would realize, hey, he lives here.
Nope.
No.
Because I definitely had the cops calling on me.
How can you afford to live here? You're black.
Yep.
Fucking ignorance, but whatever.
With my big black dick fucking your wife. That's how I afford it.
I want to talk about like a great friend character. It's Canary from Hunter x Hunter.
I absolutely love her. She
is just a dope character. She's a great friend to Killua when he had like, really nobody, because, his family's a little sick. And she just wanted him to, be loved, have a friend, and not be as bad as some of the people in his family. And even though she was like his servant, like she was an employee, she went out of her way to make sure that he was safe, he was good, and she genuinely cared about Killua, especially because Killua was such a tragic soul, and she was just a dope character. I wish we kind of got a little bit more of her, but I feel like they brought her back when we had the stuff with Killua's sister, which was nice, because she is really, really dope. So that was my next one.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go to a show that I only seen the first season of. Second season is out, but I need to catch up on it. I'm gonna go to Shadow Moon from American Gods.
Never heard of it.
American
I heard of
Gods.
the show. I've never seen it.
No, American Gods. That's that show.
It's really, really good. It's really the first season. First season was amazing. So, first season, the show is about every god that has ever existed is real because of people. When people believe in something so strongly, that god becomes real.
Supernatural.
Yeah, that's just like Supernatural. So all gods are real. Every single god. Now they have new gods and old gods because the old gods are falling off because no one are praising them anymore. When they get praised, they live, they survive, just like how the Greek gods were. The Greek gods lived off of praise. They needed people to praise them. And they have new gods. The new god is like one of them is technology, one is the internet. The internet's actually a god, and he's a fucking dick.
I believe it.
He's basically a troll.
Nigga, he's got Twitter.
And it's one guy, and where I'm at in the show, I still haven't figured out why he got sucked into this world. But he got sucked into this world of gods by Odin. Odin wants to become the strongest god out there again. So he's forming a team of all these old gods that are barely clinging on, barely hanging on. And he's teaming them up with him so he can build a regime and take over the new gods and become the one true god again. And so he sucks up he gets Shadow Moon involved, and we still don't know why Shadow Moon is involved. But Shadow Moon's a very dope character. He starts off, his wife dies. He's in a very sunken place, just like you want to say Supernatural with the guy who takes over Lucifer. He's in a sunken place and he's just looking for an answer on why did his wife die? Why was everything taken away from him that he loved? And it's a very emotional show. It's really,
So
really
is Shadow Moon a regular person or is he a god?
we don't know yet. It seems like it's more of a backstory to him, but we don't. He keeps having these weird dreams and stuff like that. Like he may be more important than what they're leading on, and I'm hoping so. So it's really good. Like right now, his crew is a leprechaun, and which is actually he's pretty tall. He's like 6 feet tall, but he's
what the fuck?
Yeah, he's a 6 foot tall ginger, but he's a leprechaun. And then Odin. So it's him and Odin, and they have every god. Like they even have Anansi on there telling stories. You know, remember from Static Shock, Anansi the spider?
Yeah, I know.
The spider. He's on there and he tells all these stories. If you want to see a great scene that gets you to watch it, because this is how I got me to watch the show, he tells a story about slaves being stolen from Africa. And it is that show. I saw that on YouTube. I was like, all right, I gotta check this show out.
Did we just get meta?
Yes. It wasn't planned, it wasn't scripted, but we did.
Every episode of this show is unscripted. What do you mean? What's a script?
Who would believe that our show was scripted?
Huh?
I said, who would actually believe our show?
I have no idea. We fly off the handle.
If this show is scripted, I need to be an actor because like this is some really good acting.
We need to be doing some improv. But like we start the show saying, "Oh, I ain't prepared for this shit this week."
Literally 5 minutes ago, Bento was like, "I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared."
I was texting y'all driving, allegedly.
Should have just pled the fifth on that one.
Oh my god! And then the funny thing about it, Jesus is a god, and there's more than one Jesus because people believe in different versions of Jesus. It's so funny. They have an Easter episode, and it's a party because Easter is a god itself. Because some people just celebrate Easter.
My goodness,
some people just celebrate Easter.
Great.
Yeah, you know how people celebrate Easter? They just buy the kid. Yeah, they buy the kids candy and stuff like that with the bunny. Yeah, so Easter is a god herself, and she throws a party every Easter, and she invites all the Jesuses because Jesus made Easter happen. So. There's a black Jesus, there's an Asian Jesus, there's a Middle Eastern Jesus, there's a white Jesus, there's all these different types of Jesuses. It's funny as hell. So basically, like I said, whatever people believe in or give faith to, like idolize, becomes a god.
So is God there, capital G?
Don't know yet. Well, I have to see because I got to catch up on the second season.
Okay, I got to finish Supernatural. I have like 7 episodes left, but I cannot.
Let me tell you how Supernatural loaded the 15th season on Netflix, but the second episode is only in Spanish. I was watching it and they started speaking Spanish. Like, what's going on? And I was like, well, maybe it's just this scene. I was like, let me play it out. And no, it was like, no, it kept going Spanish. I was like, okay, let me check my audio. Audio, you can only choose Spanish for the second episode. I have no idea why. And I typed it into Google. Yeah, you can subtitle. That's it.
Okay, just want to do it like an anime.
That's what I did. I went to the next episode afterwards and then changed it. You have to change it back to English. I have no idea why it's like that. I typed it in Google, and I'm not the only person that noticed that. I was like, okay.
I have to finish season 15. Me and Joy got to the mid-season finale, and then we didn't finish.
I'm like, we're episode 4.
So once I know what happens, because I know what's going down, I know what Chuck's trying to do, and
I don't like Chuck.
I just want to know how it ends.
I don't like Chuck.
They made him such a dick.
Yeah, Chuck is such a dick. God's a dick.
Oh, you don't know, but in Supernatural, Benta, Chuck is God.
Yeah.
What?
The writer of the Supernatural books ended up being God.
that makes sense.
Yes. He lied to them and then said that he didn't know why he was getting visions and tried to play it off that he was a prophet. But then we later find out, like 4 seasons later, that he's actually God.
Yeah, and there can only be one prophet at a time.
Yep. And that's how they find that out.
Yep.
They're like, wait, this guy's a prophet.
They're like, how are you still alive if this person's the new prophet and we know he's still alive? And then he ends up saving their lives and like, oh, well, I'm God. And Dean's necklace that was supposed to be able to find God, he just flipped the off switch on it. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's a fucking asshole. He
played. Like, I didn't want you guys to find me.
He played games with their life. Like he literally played a game with their life. That's why he keeps bringing them back to life, because he tells them in season 14 that they're his favorite show. He said, I made 1 million of different creations. You guys are my favorite show.
Yep, because there's different dimensions. So he basically explains dimension theory. Like, there's a ton of different dimensions, but those are all the Earths that I messed up, because you meet this girl that can dream walk, and when she dream walks, she goes into other dimensions. So they were like, yeah, those are all the dimensions I fucked up on. But
that was a good failed spinoff, and I thought that spinoff could have been good, but they failed.
LMAO.
Yeah, the girl that could dream walk and her whole little crew of girls, that was supposed to be a spinoff. I think it was Wayward Sisters. You know how their theme song is Wayward Son?
No. Oh shit, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the spinoff show is supposed to be Wayward Sisters. And I think it's season 14, maybe season 13. They did an episode where they had the whole girl cast take over, and it's called Wayward Sister, that episode. And that was supposed to be like the introduction of the spinoff, but they did it so horribly, and it could have been.
I skipped that episode because it was so bad.
It was bad, right? It was horrible, and it could have been good.
Well.
It could have been great, and they ruined it. What? Who's next?
My turn. My next one is going to come from an anime that we all like. Vice Admiral Aokiji.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coldest nigga on that show. Pun intended.
Yes.
And figurative. Wow, he's like a chill character who doesn't say much too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stereotypes in anime. Yep. Okay, if there are any Japanese listeners, which I know there are not because all of our listeners come from the United States.
Not yet.
Tell me why you think we're so cool.
I don't know.
Well, wait. Brooke isn't cool.
Brooke is black?
Brooke is
He has an afro. What the fuck?
He can have an afro. He just doesn't have an afro. They're white.
Usopp isn't cool.
Usopp's dad is cool as fuck. Usopp is just playing.
Usopp, I thought Usopp was like Latino.
Brooke is the idle black simp.
He's a black simp?
Yeah.
He's not a simp.
This nigga acts for panties at every turn. Yes, he is. He's a fucking simp.
Brooke. Yeah, Brooke is a black simp. Brooke isn't black though. He was a white man with an afro.
Yeah, when they showed him alive, he was white.
With his skin, he was white.
He could have been light skinned.
And my next question is Teacher black or white? From
Teacher's
what's
black.
There? Teacher's black. That's what I thought I was saying. I thought Teacher was black. She got cornrows. She got box braids.
Yeah, Teacher. You know, you gotta have them protective styles when you live up on top of a mountain.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Teacher goes on this list, people, but we weren't talking about Teacher.
Another strong black woman.
I guess I'm next. My next person is going to be Felicia Rashad. She's a graduate of the illustrious Howard University.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about them. They're saying some stupid shit.
That was Howard Medical School, who did release a dean of the medical school, who did release an apology, but the medical students stood up in solidarity. Please don't ever come for my university again.
Hey, don't let your university do dumb shit. Then I don't have to come for it.
But she plays our mama, Claire Huxtable, and then she plays a lot of other roles. She plays in one of my favorite movies for color girls. The play is everything. The song is everything. Jay-Z's version of the song is everything. So if you're looking for the feels and you really want to cry, For Colored Girls is your bag, but I don't suggest it right now, just because times are just really hard. But yeah, Felicia Rashad.
Kristen,
right.
you.
What?
I don't know. I was singing this song.
Pop Smoke. We know who it was.
Rest in peace, baby.
Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. Oh my God, y'all, I love him so much.
You can listen to his album and it sounds like one long continuous song.
And it's great. It is.
It is. I love that style. I love that style of hip hop from out of New York. It's like it's kind of like the London style grime music, and it's something different. That's what I like about it. Like
it is. It's not your everyday.
You can't be doing Atlanta style all day long, all the time. We gotta switch it up.
Exactly. And it sucks that we will never get music from him again. Well, actually, even though his album was released in January and he passed away in February. But good news is he did have some songs, just kind of, everybody always has songs.
Every artist has that.
Yep.
And they're going to release those, which will be nice because he was a very talented young man. R.I.P.
Yeah, he just turned 21, didn't he?
Just turned 21.
That's
my friend Bilal looks just like him. It's fucking weird.
Can he be like Pop Smoke too?
I don't think he's that aggressive talking about, lower your tone and you can get hit, because yeah.
Outside. Send the Addy, we gonna slide.
We always packing and we never lacking, so wait.
My turn?
Yep.
I'm gonna go to the first black superhero I ever seen in live action. I'm gonna do Meteor Man.
I've never heard of him.
Never. Oh my God! You guys need to know your black cinema. This is what pissed me off when.
Oh wait! Is it that old show? It was like the whole family superheroes. Is it that one?
No. It was a movie. Guy gets his powers from an actual meteor that lands in the hood. He was the first Luke Cage. Basically, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because people, they forget, like we don't pass on stuff enough. Like everyone's so on. Like I'm not shaming anyone that jumped on the Black Panther bandwagon, but a lot of people did. I'm glad that black people started to come out to support them. But like we had so many black movies that came out. I got a couple more in here that's very old school stuff, and we need to remember that and keep sharing it. So Blank Man. Not Blank. That's one of the guys in my group. So I'm gonna get to him later. Meteor Man. He gets his superpowers from a meteor that crash lands into the hood, and all he wants to do is just make his place a better place. Like that. That's why one of the reasons, if you don't know, I have applied to become a police officer because we need more black cops out there looking out for our people. That's what I believe in. He just wants to get his gang members in his neighborhood. They like you guys have to watch this. It's so 90s. It's ridiculous. Like all the black gang members all dressed exactly like with like a black like the dashiki type. It's crazy. But he just wants to get the gang members out of his neighborhood. He wants people to stop selling drugs. He wants people to stop doing crime or hurting each other. And sidebar, I know I'm gonna get off topic. I listened to a podcast the other day, and it got me thinking about black on black crime and how black on black crime is just a label. It's not an actual thing. And the reason why black on black crime is not an actual thing, because crime happens in no matter what neighborhood you put it in. So if the neighborhood is majority black, of course black on black crime is going to happen. In neighborhoods majority white on white crime is going to happen. So please stop calling it black on black crime. It is just crime. Don't put a label
because
on
we don't
it.
call it white on white crime or Asian on Asian crime.
You never call it. They never call it that. They never say Asian on Asian. They never say Spanish on Spanish crime. They always say black on black crime. But it's just the way it just happens where the crime happens. Stop saying it's black on black crime. Thank you. But back on that, that's what he does, and then he ends up finding out that he's not the first person this has happened to with the meteor landing. It happened before to an older guy, and he meets the older guy. The older guy teaches him how to use his powers properly. He has like super speed. He can fly, all types of stuff. Very old movie, not very old. I mean, I was still alive when it came out. It came out in '93, I believe. Let's check. Yep,
1993. The budget was $30 million, and the box only made $8. That's a $22 million deficit.
Yeah, it's a hood classic. If you haven't seen Meteor Man, go watch.
I mean, it's got a 92% rating on Google, 29% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Black people loved it, Greg.
And 5.2 out of 10 on IMDb.
Black people loved it.
I'm not downing it. I'm just reading off the stats.
No. I'm saying that's why you don't show it. This is stats on everybody. But if you're counting on the black culture from 1993, I think it did good.
Okay,
but that's all for me.
Okay, who do I got next? I'm gonna do Domino from X-Men.
Yes,
but she some of you might know her more recently from Deadpool. Yes. Just because I like her power like a lot. It's her power is subconscious telekinesis.
Yes.
So it's described as her having good luck, and domino effects will happen behind her to have things go in her way. But Professor Xavier explains it as like it's like a reaction, and it's subconscious telepathy that causes smaller changes and things to happen so that she doesn't get hurt, but so that everything ends up working in her favor. So if a gun was to misfire and explode, or she actually let's just go off of Deadpool. The car was flipping, she jumped off of it, and all these explosions and shit happens, and she has a safe landing. Meanwhile, everything else is devastated behind her from a domino effect. So she's just a dope hero.
She is a dope hero.
Or anti-hero. And
I love the person that plays her. She's awesome.
I do love her. She's
so beautiful. That's on my celebrity list. Especially in Atlanta. Oh my gosh, she's on Atlanta.
I'm going to do this connection, this kind of sort of, I'm going to stay in the Marvel universe and do this kind of family connection. So I'm going to start with Black Panther. Who everybody knows, so I don't have to describe. Then his ex-wife Storm, who's kind of a lot of people's first black superhero character they see, and then go on to her nephew Spike.
Yes, thank you. I was hoping you went to Spike. Please go to Spike. Please go to Spike. Yes, Spike is the Marvel version of Static Shock. That's what I would say.
Yes, he is very much the Marvel version of Static Shock. So everybody knows who the first two are, so I don't feel the need to kind of go dive in deep to them. But for the
King and Queen of Wakanda,
they're the King and Queen of Wakanda. I mean, everybody knows who Storm is, a god in her own right. T'Challa, not just what you see in the MCU universe, but T'Challa in the Marvel universe period is godlike and very influential just all the way around. He's a part of the fucking Illuminati. What can you say? But Spike, he's a part of X-Men The Next Generation, and that show was kind of when they brought back all the characters. They're in high school, and you see his trials with being a superhero, being black, and a predominantly white, just everything. I mean, most of the people, even though, he's a mutant and he gets mutant discrimination on top of black discrimination, and you see how he handles that, and that he's angry. He's quick to anger. He's quick to upset, rightfully so, because of some of the things that he has to deal with. And, he's away from his family, and he has this new family who he wants to protect. But granted, in some ways they do understand him. They don't. And I'm going to take this segue to bring some attention to black trans people of trans life, because even though they're Black and they go through a lot of the same issues that we have of being Black, it's just like another layer on top of it with them being trans and all the transphobia that is not just within the regular community, within our own community. So I think Spike kind of inhabits that of just having two chips on his shoulder and just basically everything coming from all sides. He can't win for losing. So yeah. Sorry to be so somber.
Whose turn now?
Yours.
Already? Jesus. All right, so the next person I'm going to, this one came out in 1994, and it is Blank Man. And I'm not going to just say the character either. I'm going to say the whole family. Damon Wayans plays Blank Man, and the Wayans family has been so important in the Black community.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. They have done so much in terms of cinema and just pushing us forward. It's amazing.
Everything.
Like, My Wife and Kids is an amazing show. If you haven't seen My Wife and Kids, please go watch My Wife and Kids.
The Wayne Brothers. Living Color.
Wayne Brothers, Living Color. Scary movie franchise that the white people took and made it shitty.
You see what happens when y'all get your hands on stuff.
Yes.
Jesus, the slander. You don't have to slander people just to prove a point.
Black people make it cool. Y'all take it and make it shitty. I mean,
it's the truth.
I do not doubt this.
But Blank Man is same story as Meteor Man, but he doesn't get powers from anything. He's more like he uses gadgets. He's a smart kid that like fixed TVs and radios in the hood for people. And his grandmother gets murdered from gang violence. And he decides to become a superhero to change stuff. It's a comedy. Damon Wayans kills it. Absolutely great movie. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. Next.
Tough. Yep. I'm on my last one, so.
Okay. I'm running low.
I got more. Let's go.
Of course he does.
Of course you do. You old ass.
Yep.
All right. My last one's gonna be Mogan from Samurai Champloo. Not a super obviously Black character, but when you see him do his thing, he's definitely Black because he fights.
No, we laughed.
I mean, because look, his hairstyle, yes, it is spiky, but it's more fluffed and froed than everyone else in that area. Like, everyone else has hair that looks to be straight, while his is the only one that's kind of like a spiky fro, I guess, is what I call it. Then, along with his fighting, he's tanner than everyone else. No one is his skin color. And then along with his fighting style, I would say it's more hip hop inspired because he does a lot of spins and twirls while in his sword fights. But once again, he has that trope of the cool, calm, collected, tells a lot of jokes character. He's also kind of a dick, but still. So yeah, he gets another one of my picks. And obviously, I'm gonna throw on this last one just but Piccolo, because best stepdad in animated history. So
best stepdad in animated history.
Stepped up.
So my next one is going to be from a show that we don't speak about on this podcast, but this character is actually really dope, and I watched enough episodes to say this confidently. It's Cho-Cho from Boruto.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
give it up to Cho-Cho.
Cho-Cho is dope. Cho-Cho is dope. Don't do that. Cho-Cho is dope.
I do feel like you could have picked her family members over her, though.
I was gonna.
All the people from her clan are dope.
Well, no, everybody from her clan is dope, but I didn't know if y'all were gonna use some of them.
I should have. Now that you said that, I was like, damn, I didn't think of them.
I got Dory on the list. Like, I have them, but I wanted to talk about Cho-Cho because I hate Boruto, but I love Cho-Cho.
Okay, Cho-Cho is such a dope character. I like her.
She battles with like image issues, and not even in the way like the way Choji did it. Like back in the day, it was like, oh, don't call me fat. He get angry, but like she really had issues with her being heavier and had to grow to love herself. And even at one point didn't even like really like, she got to the point like where it was so bad where she was like, my dad isn't my dad. My real dad is some skinny, handsome dude. And she didn't know, of course, that one of Choji's, his biggest jutsu, it makes him burn all the calories that he gains and he becomes like skinny or whatever. And it's just like, you watch her develop as a character, an actual character fucking development in Boruto. I know, it's fucking crazy. It happens. Develop as a character who, I mean, she's still her kind of stucky-uppy self, but like she loves herself more now. She is proud to be a part of the Akamichi clan. And, you know, because for a long time she wouldn't do in the expansion jutsu because she hated the full body expansion jutsu when she goes into the ball, because she didn't like that it made her so big. And she would only use, she can do that butterfly-y thingy jutsu where she gets like the wings and shit. She can do that, and she was abusing it so that she would be skinny all the time. So it's just something like that as you watch a character develop and go through some hard tropes like that. And her mom is really dope. So like, I mean, Choji lucked up. He got some dope women in his life. Go Choji. And shout out to Chocha.
Great.
Okay.
My turn. I'm gonna go Star Wars, Mace Windu.
Damn, should have said that, but we did say Sam Jackson and everything.
Sam Jackson in everything is dope, but I love that he's the
white character and made him black and made him the best. Like, Nick Fury is an awesome fucking character.
Yes, Nick
Greatest quote from Sam Jackson. Does he look like a bitch? No. Does he look like a bitch? No. Then why are you trying to fuck him like one?
Sam Jackson also is in Boondocks.
Yes, he is. He's in everything.
He plays Ed's friend. Fuck.
Yeah, he plays a white guy in Boondocks.
Which is fucking hilarious. Jordan had so many mixed feelings about that. She's like, he's white. He shouldn't say nigga. But I'm like, but it's played by Sam.
It's freaking awesome.
God, he's everything. And then he's in Afro Samurai, which we have to talk about because it is a all-black anime. Like, and it's great. It's
black. There's plenty of Asian people that die in there. Come on, don't lie to yourself.
Also, I did not mention this show when Bento was talking about Proud Family. If you need something for your kids to watch that's black oriented, watch Craig of the Creek.
Yes. Oh my goodness, I watched that. That kid show was because like I came in, and the reason I watched this show was because of one episode I watched because he's like their not their mage, their scribe. He does their mapping, and he like all the kids in this area, they play this game like basically wizards and shit, and like some people are archers, some people are knights, all that, but he's like the mage of his group and he's their scribe. And he was just having a real ass conversation with his mom. I saw that clip and I was like, I gotta watch this show. The show's like almost deep. It's a little bit deep. It ain't too deep, but it's like it's really good. It's super wholesome.
Yeah, the moments that it is, Terry Crews plays the dad. I forgot who plays the mom, and like he has an older brother. It's a black family. They're in a suburban neighborhood, so it is majority white. The kid grows up like it's about the creek. They always play in the creek. He is described. He maps out the whole creek for everybody and stuff like that. All the hidden treasures they find in the creek, and it has its moments. It has its real touching moments there. So if you looking for something that your black kids can watch, I would suggest that. But back to Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson is absolutely amazing just about everything he does. I'm so glad he got to play one of the only black Jedi that you see in Star Wars. I'm pretty sure there's more, but I don't know any of them besides Mace Windu. And Mace Windu is very powerful, and he uses the purple lightsaber because he is very conflicted with the Force. He is a Jedi, but he does use Sith powers, and that's why his lightsaber is purple. And he notices that in Anakin, and that's why he was so hard on Anakin. He wanted Anakin to be more like him. He saw that Anakin was conflicted with the Force as well, so he was being hard on Anakin to try to push him in the right direction. But of course, sometimes if you push someone too hard, they break, and Anakin went into the wrong direction.
That man slaughtered children. jumped in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
He didn't just walk onto the dark side. No, that nigga took a leap.
He immediately got what he deserved, though, because Obi-Wan had the high ground. That's all
I have the ultimate power, the high ground.
Oh my God, Obi-Wan fucked him up in one swipe.
He got 3 limbs.
Yes, with one swipe, 3 limbs. That was a clean cut. It was so amazing.
I've just never seen Star Wars. I know you haven't. Go ahead and say it.
It's one of the only Disney franchises that I don't participate in.
Oh
Why? It's so great.
Biggest Star Wars fan. Mom's got me Star Wars VHS set, which I still have. I took it from her because she ain't watching.
Benta, go watch The Mandalorian right now.
The Mandalorian is so great. All right, Benta, you got another one? Because I got some more I can run off.
I do. Okay, so Edward from Cowboy Bebop. Don't know who Edward was. He was the kooky kid, really smart with tech. Like, he actually...
Wasn't he a ginger?
No, he's black. Edward was black. Don't play me.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead, look him up. He's black. Even though, I mean, he's kind of like not, but he's black in my heart. And so then he's going to be black.
No, he's a ginger.
They're black gingers.
You can cut this off if you need to. Uncle Mike's a ginger.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're black gingers.
Well, wait till he always has his hair bald, but there's old pictures of him when he was in high school. He has an afro in his afro is red.
I'll take your word for it, but you were trying to tell me that he wasn't a ginger, and that was the thing. And that's offensive. Someone let me know. I don't know if it is or isn't. I known a few that didn't care, so I don't know. I can't correct my behavior unless I'm told that it is bad.
That is true. Yeah, he was really just a dope, like, fun character. He was super smart kid, kind of cool, kind of quirky. They brought him onto the ship, kind of I can't remember why they brought him on, but they kept him, and he was a cool kid, and I remember him, and I wanted to shout him out. And then I just got a couple shout outs I'm going to run off because they're nostalgic. So we got Susie from the Rugrats.
Yes.
Monique from Kim Possible.
Yes.
Also Raven Simone. We cannot forget her and That's So Raven. It was a great show. And now she has like Raven's House, and she got like kids, and her son is psychic or some shit like that. Heard that's pretty good. I don't watch it, but heard good things. And then Bumblebee from the Teen Titans.
Yes, love Bumblebee.
So that is my list.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a few now.
Aqualad.
Oh, and he's gay.
He's gay. Yes.
Oh, he's awesome. I love him.
Didn't he date a chick?
He did date a chick.
Gay
he's
now.
gay. He's gay. Yes, he came out.
He came out of the closet.
Well, he could be bi.
He came out the scene.
He's in the spectrum, man.
He's in the spectrum.
Okay.
Love is fluid.
None of my business. It's his life. Let him live it.
Yep. Love who you love.
Have you ever had Refocused Vegan?
Yes.
Somebody just posted it. It looks really good.
Refocus is the best. I took Toy and John there. They love it. I took Taj there. Refocus is really good.
So I'm gonna list off my last few, and then
Right,
TJ, you can list off your last few, because we're about to hit that.
We've hit the
I'll
hour
pass the
mark.
hour, but still. So my last few are 2. Spike Spiegel, because
Yes.
Spike Spiegel is black. We can all confirm that Spike Spiegel is black, at least honorary black, if not. And then the GOAT himself, Sokka. The comic relief of Avatar.
Yeah, I was waiting on TJ to mention like
I was
Avatar.
Too, if he wasn't going to do it, I did.
Sokka is not.
Aang, what am I talking about? Aang.
Sokka's not black.
Yes, all of the Water Tribe people are black. The Water Tribe is black people.
They are Inuits.
They are black.
Inuits are Eskimos.
They're black. They're black Eskimos.
Black. Okay. All right.
And Aang, because Aang definitely grew an afro.
I'll let you have Sokka. Aang didn't. He grew an afro.
He grew an afro.
He was like, I got hair? What?
Luffy had an afro at one point.
Who?
That was a wig.
That was a wig.
He got that big afro self-esteem there going on. Big afro energy.
He was using black power right there.
He was appropriating for a purpose.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, I'm back.
My turn.
That's all I'm on though. Yeah,
your turn. So I got Luke Fox, aka Batwing. He is Lucius Fox's grandson, I believe, either his son or his grandson. He was in the military. He comes back. Grandfather / father, I can't remember which one it was, is in danger. He needs help, and so does the rest of the Bat family. And he stumbles upon Wayne Tech Bat suit, which is more like an Iron Man suit for Batman. And he takes it and becomes part of the Bat family. Next one, I'm going to go Bishop.
Oh, that's like your favorite superhero.
Yes, it is. Bishop the Time Traveler. Bishop, he's the X-Man from the future. He comes back to just fuck up everything. Butterfly effect. It always happens. They think they come back to go back in time to fix something, and it sometimes makes it worse, sometimes makes it better. So he has to keep frequently coming back and forth. Let's see.
In the words of a great show, if you fuck with time, time will fuck with you.
Was that Rick and Morty?
I think it was.
Because Rick does not fuck with time traveling.
And then they did a specific episode.
And then they did time travel. But Bishop has the ability to absorb energy and redistribute it, which is really cool. Icon is basically the Black Superman.
He's from the Dakotaverse.
Yes. He is absolutely amazing. And actually, Superman, when they first discovered who he was, that he was a superhero and doing what he does, Superman thought that he was Kryptonian, that he was so strong and all the crazy things that he was doing. He also has a sidekick. What's his sidekick name? I believe Rocket. Was also
Rocket. Her name's Rocket.
Yep, black female superhero.
Woo, we love our black females.
You mentioned it earlier. John Stewart, Green Lantern, Pacific. Will Smith role, Hancock, black superhero. I wish they would. I wish they came out with a part 2. That would have been amazing.
That would have been nice. But what would the villain be? Another one? Oh, that could actually be done. Another one of them.
Yep. Yeah. It could be, they could find something out to make it, but it would have been great. And please, if he's about to, anyone see that deleted scene when he was about to come?
Yes. No, when he did come, and he shot a hole in the ceiling.
He shot a hole in the ceiling. Absolutely crazy. Blade. I'm so glad that they are remaking Blade, and Mahershala Ali is playing Blade in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And I cannot wait.
That's going to be amazing.
Mahershala, how do you spell that?
Mahershala Ali, you know him.
He played in Green Book.
He did play in Green Book.
Try again.
You didn't see Green Book?
Probably not. I know who that is.
Add it to your watch list, please.
It is.
Green Book is really good.
I know who Mahershala Ali is.
I watched it just to watch it. I saw it was online. I was like, oh, let me check this out. And it was actually a really good movie. Who else? Luke Cage, of course. Cannot forget Luke Cage.
That show's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's actually really good. I was like, how are they going to make a superhero who's invulnerable good? It was good. It was actually really good.
Yep.
Touched on a lot of black subjects.
There's a joke about Luke Cage. So they talk about how like the Avengers are all around and how black superheroes have too many problems because Luke Cage has never left Hell's Kitchen. It's like black superheroes have real problems. Luke Cage has never. Avengers have assembled how many times, and Luke Cage has never left gone farther than Hell's Kitchen because black people have real problems to deal with.
That's crazy. We don't have white superhero privilege.
We don't have white superhero privilege. We can't just be traveling and shit.
You see all the black superheroes they have actually have friends. Friends. That's why they're on there. Sam Wilson became an Avenger because of Captain America. War Machine became an Avenger because of Iron Man. The only black person they have on the team is from another country.
Hey, yo. He didn't even want to be an Avenger.
Like, this country's doing just fine without him.
Yeah.
We don't do that here.
I'm going to do Spawn. Spawn is a great movie that I wish they remake as well. I'm not sure who owns the licensing for Spawn anymore. I really don't know. I thought it was too, but I'm pretty sure that I
think he's a part of the Dakotaverse as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Morpheus from The Matrix.
Yes.
Okay.
Who else? Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to Joe West. Joe West is amazing. Joe West from The Flash.
Okay.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, yes.
He is an amazing character, and I think that's it for me to go through real one time.
And we can't forget the best character of them all, your boy Galaxy Greg. So with that, yeah, always got to slide that in.
All done. That was all done for me.
With that, we're gonna actually end the episode here. So I guess we kind of not did the topic that I said, but I guess we said the best or our favorites in terms of like TV and shows. So that's a little correction that I guess can be made, but
we giving our flowers to black people.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, sorry, I had to yawn. Let's go.
Yes. All the flowers to black people, black characters. Representation matters, and we just want you guys to know that we are here and stuff. Granted, you gotta find us sometimes, but we in here.
Yeah, no taxation without representation. Learned that in school.
Okay, DC.
Tea parties? Yes.
Oh, yeah, District of Columbia. They get taxed and they don't have any representation in the Senate or in the House.
Well, they should fix that when this is all over. But until then, well, let's fix this first problem.
What?
What?
But.
With that concludes our 10th and monumental milestone episode of the Be More Nerdy podcast. I'm your host, Galaxy Greg. Make sure to follow me on my socials at GA1AXYGR3G. I am on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. See how I did that different, so it was a lot easier.
I don't know.
Fuck you. You guys can follow me on any of those. Message me. Let me know if you want to come on the show. Also, be sure to follow the Be More Nerdy podcast on Instagram and Twitter. We post all of our updates there, so you'll get the news first, whether we're playing a game and we need guests or when a new episode comes out. So be sure to follow us there.
Yep. You can follow me at Always the Diva. That's always_the_diva on Instagram. And as always, special thanks to Niles, who does our intro and outro music for every episode.
Yeah.
Right. You can follow me at timeless_T Jones. That is T Jones, TJONEZ. That's on any social media outlets. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, all that. So you can find me on any of those outlets. Reach out to us if you guys, like I said, you want to be on the show, you want to play the games that we play on here, you have a topic that you think that we should bring up. Let us know if you got something that you want to promote, because we are always looking to help people that's trying to start something of their own. They want to start their own small businesses or something like that. Please let us know. We'll help you out.
We will promote you.
Yes, we will, because it don't cost nothing, not a dime, to just spread some love.
Not to support. It costs $0 to support.
Support a nigga. I guess that's everything. So with that being said, I'm Galaxy Greg, and Space Awaits. Peace.
We love you, our black kings and queens. But follow dummies.